Hello, everyone. Look at all you people. Amazing. I would like to echo Jen's acknowledgement of the Kaurna people as well, and just recognise that we're on their land and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. And before I go any further, just a big round of applause for Jen and her band. Like, always amazing. Like this, since I come back home to Adelaide, this is the third time I've played with Jen and her band now. So once at the Grace, once down south as part of the Fringe, and now today. So I've always feel very privileged to play alongside Jen and those incredible musicians that she has up on stage with her as well. Fantastic. I want to thank you all for coming to the launch of my album, Dust Off the Trails. You can get it over there for only $20. The doors are locked, so if you don't have one, you can't get out. And I know I'm up here in it, but if you do need to get one before I'm finished, like Phil over here will do the deed. A little bit about the album. There's going to be a lot of thank yous and a lot of crapping on through this, so bear with me. For those of you who know me well, I'm pretty good at that. Where was I? Oh yeah, the album. Recording with me to help my songs sound better. These lovely people up on stage with me, who I will acknowledge again later in the set, but just quickly, Mr. Graham Brown and Emma Luca and Sean O'Sullivan and Pepper, and down here we have Jamie. Everybody knows Jamie. And we also have a guy called Frank Bolden who couldn't be here today. He did a bit of lap steel on a couple of songs for me as well. Recorded at Mixmasters Studios in the hills, well, in the foothills, and I got it mastered by. I always used to think it was pretty funny to get your album mastered by someone who's mastered someone famous, and I went and did it. So I've been loving this musician called Connor Oberst. So I sort of online stalked one of his mastering guys, and I found him in the States, and he did it, and so he mastered my album. So for those of you who aren't sort of tech savvy around the whole recording thing, mastering is once you finish recording, it sort of often sounds a little bit dull and quiet, so it's just to bring out the brightness and the volume and stuff like that, and it can really turn an album into a nice extra sound, full sound. Okay, yeah, look, I'll keep going later. I'm going to start with the first single off the album, and it's called Complicated. And I hope you enjoy it. Honey, I can't breathe. Honey, I can't breathe. And honey, I can't see. Honey, I can't see the end. And honey, I believe. Honey, I believe. But honey, you're with me. Honey, you're with me. I'll pretend. Shouldn't be this complicated. We shouldn't feel scared and so frustrated. Shouldn't be this complicated. It shouldn't feel like we're always waiting, but we do. Honey, I won't leave. Honey, I won't leave. And honey, I won't grieve. Honey, I won't grieve again. And honey, I believe. Honey, I believe that honey will be free. Honey will be free in the end. Shouldn't be this complicated. We shouldn't feel sad and so frustrated. It shouldn't be this complicated. It shouldn't feel like we're always waiting, but we do. I don't want to hide around this town. I don't want others taking us down anymore. Shouldn't be this complicated. We shouldn't feel scared and so frustrated. Shouldn't be this complicated. It shouldn't feel so hard just to be with you. Honey, I can't breathe. Honey, I can't breathe. And honey, I can't see. Honey, I can't see the end. Thank you very much. I was thinking just before, you know, like when I started this venture of trying to do something solo, I didn't really know what I was going to do. And I was living in Melbourne at that stage. I knew I wanted to do something, I just couldn't quite figure it out. So I went and watched some people and tried to get a sense of what they were doing. And some of you will know I come from a garage punk background in a band called the Vultures. There's footage online of, I was watching the other day of Grace Emily gig where everyone's like stage diving and going nuts. I remember that night there was like broken glass, someone went to hospital, and I'm on the ground and they're kicking me and piling on top, and how things have changed. Yeah. It's not to say that those days are completely over, but still. But one of the people I used to go and watch in Melbourne is Tom Redwood, and Tom's over here. And Tom has a similar punk background to me, and I have a lot of respect for what Tom does, and so I went and watched him in Melbourne. We did a couple of open mics even, didn't we, Tom? Over a few beers back when I was drinking, and another one was Charles Jenkins, and another expat. So I went and watched a few people, but I watched Tom and Charles very closely because similar backgrounds, and doing really well with solo acoustic. So lots of ideas from them. When I moved back to Adelaide in late 2020, under fairly trying circumstances, I ended up going back to Melbourne in April to get my stuff, some of my stuff, and move it back to Adelaide. And my friend Phil came with me and helped me move it. And we drove a hire car back, and we drove over. Oh, crikeys, I'm going to forget it, Raylene. I'm going to need your help. What is it? Swanport. Is that right? So when you drive over the Swanport River at Murray Bridge, I hope I got that right. When you drive there and you come, Yeah, over the Murray River, that's right. Swanport Bridge. Bloody hell. Anyway, you all know where I mean, right? So when you're heading into Adelaide, it's got a sign that says Adelaide 69 Ks, and then Harndorf and Stirling and etc. So you get a couple of Ks down the road. It's about 3 or 4. You can try this yourself if you want. It's true. And then it says Adelaide 70, and I said to Phil, it seems like the closer we get, the further away we are, and that became the title of this song. And it's a road trip song, and so I reference a couple of things in here that I want to quickly talk about. One is the road from Keith to Tailem Ben is ridiculously dangerous. Be very careful. There's a lot of maniacs on that road. I don't know what it is, but there's something wrong with people who drive that stretch, particularly when they're in BMWs. Sorry if you've got a BMW, but something's going on. And it was funny because I was telling this to Phil because I've done that drive so many times, and then literally a BMW went past and nearly killed himself and an oncoming car. It was just ridiculous, and good timing though for the story. And the other thing I reference, it's gone. Okay, I'll shut up and play. Count us in. The 6, yeah. We drove through the small towns in a race against sundown. We talked nearly all of the way. Though the music was playing, it didn't stop us from saying that it's been just one hell of a day. Some people were crazy and the thinking was lazy from inside their expensive cars. But we're making the trek, and the closer we get, the further away we are. For black coffee and some country town shopping in a place where we once came to play. And the streets were so wide and we laughed till I cried. You had to tell me that it was okay. Some people were crazy, the horizon was hazy, the radio threw out guitars. But we're hitting the deck, and the closer we get, the further away we are. Yeah, we're hitting the deck, and the closer we get, the further away we are. From the north to the south, from the top of the river and down to its mouth, we're all fried. From the stars in the sky to the land green or dry, we are all just down here to get by. We drove through the small towns in a race against sundown. Sometimes we said nothing at all. Though the music was playing, we weren't celebrating. We just kept driving west out of Storm. I said life could go my way when we're out on this highway, or do you think that that's going too far? As we drove past the wreck, I said the closer we get, the further away we are. As we drove past the wreck, I said the closer we get, the further away, the further away, the further away we are. Thank you. So those first two songs are on the album. I'm not going to play all the songs on the album. I've got a couple of new ones, and I want to like play them. And there's even a sing along for you all. So I hope you're well watered and lubricated, because I want you all singing along. But not this one. This next one's called "This Year's a Thief," and the story behind this one, just quickly, is. This was written during the lockdown, the second lockdown in Melbourne, the one that lasted for like, I think it was 4 months, 5 months, where I was locked into the house on my own for 4 months with no contact, with no human contact, or it was all Zoom or phone calls. So it's pretty crazy. So, like when people complain about their 7-day quarantine or whatever, it's like, yeah. I know it's hard, but 4 months is harder. So I was going a bit spare, it's fair to say. And I wrote, and someone said on my work meeting on Zoom that you wouldn't want to start like a love relationship in these times, because it'll be done over Zoom. I thought, yeah, that would be difficult. And so that's what this song is about, that concept. And I also had heard the saying that this year's a thief. And so I named it This Year's a Thief. There's always a guitarist that's got to tune up. I don't know, Graham, I've told you before, it doesn't matter. Tuning up's overrated. I'm only kidding. If one of us is going to be in tune, it has to be you, mate. We're in G. Again. Everyone's so quiet. Don't forget the albums are $20, and that's 2 pints. So, good. You all right, Jamie? She said that we just might have to storm the borders if this is ever going to be, and dust off the trails and set all the sails, make a run for it way out to sea. 'Cause this is the chance now to make it alright, even if it causes some hurt. 'Cause this year's a thief, and it's taken a piece of everything that we could have learned. For a reason, I said we're gonna have to throw them all off the scent, then double back to get some time. To make it all right, we gotta work through the night, then one day we can just stop trying. 'Cause this is the chance now to make it all work, even if it causes some pain. 'Cause this year's a thief, and it's taken a piece of everything that we had to gain. For a reason. Maybe we could take the first plane now out of town. Then we run, till they can't take us down. Yeah, maybe we could just take the first plane that can be found. Again. Think about now, we better just take cover until the trouble disappears. Then take to the hills and see how it feels. Put some distance between us and our fear. 'Cause this is the chance now to make it all work, even if it causes some pain. 'Cause this year's a thief, and it's taken a piece of some skin that we had in the game. For a reason. Yeah, this year's a thief, and it's taken a piece of everything that's keeping us safe. For a reason, for a reason, for a reason, for a good reason. Thank you. This is where I'm going to be left to my own devices now. Everyone's going to leave me. I'm not going to overindulge the lockdown songs, but I'm going to play one more. This one's called Mindful. There's a lot of people here that have heard me tell these stories before, but there's also quite a few that haven't. So just bear with me, those who know this. So Mindful. When we were shut down for those months and I was on my own, we were getting a lot of advice about how to be mindful, because it was meant to be good for us, and I'm sure it is. I got no problems with mindfulness as a rule. However, when you're being told every 5 minutes to be mindful, it sort of has the opposite effect. You start getting a bit jack of it. And it's fair to say that's what happened to me. When on the day that I wrote this song, I was a bit cynical about the whole thing. I was a bit over it. And what I was thinking when I wrote this is that nothing seems to be getting better just because we're being mindful. I'm doing online. I was doing online open mics with a guy called Rob Riles in Melbourne. Hello, Rob, if you're watching. Instead of doing them at the Bergie Seltzer in Brunswick on Sydney Road. And I was also, I don't know, just like everyone was blaming everyone for everything, and I thought everything was a bit crap, and yet we're all being mindful. Anyway, that's the idea behind this. The new world had it coming, you should have seen it running. All the good times just went out the door. They taught us how to reframe, still we had to lay blame, and everything is turning to noise. And suddenly we're mindful, we're learning how to get well by shopping on the pharmacy sites. While looking down the aisles, I'm still gigging with Rob Riles. I'm turning all the wrongs into right again. So I'm addicted to the screen and my eyes just want to scream. I'm searching for a better way. The more that things are changing, the less that things are changing what we always wanted to say. And suddenly we're mindful, we're learning how to get well. It's not the size of the dog in the fight. And I'm looking for an answer in the moves of a slow dancer. I'm turning all the days into night again. And the moonlight shines through a hole in the sky, and the wind blows all the world's secrets right by. Yes, the moonlight shines through a big hole in the sky for you. The new world had it coming, I was still out running. All the good times just went out the door. They taught us how to reframe, still we had to lay blame, and that is how we still get more. And suddenly we're mindful, we're learning how to get well by reaching for impossible heights. While looking down the aisles, I'm still gigging with Rob Riles. I'm turning all the wrongs into right again. Thank you. I've learned a few tricks since I've been doing this stuff. One of them is, I wouldn't say I'm like, an expert in it by any stretch, but one of them is finger picking. I thought if I'm going to keep doing this, I've got to learn how to finger pick. So this is my one finger picking song. I shouldn't have said that because now I'm going to stuff it up. This one's not on the album. This one is, this is a fairly new one. This one is about how we always say we're really good, when someone asks us how you going. Yeah, I'm really good. Even when we're going really crap. It's just like a knee-jerk response, instant response. We just always say we're really good. But we're not always. Every summer there's more sun, every winter there's more rain. Every time I'm in the city, I see your face again. This town's just small enough to find someone I know. I do my best to be polite, I'll do my best to go. I'm really good, I'll tell you if you ask me. I'm really good at saying what I should. I'll smile and wave when you walk right past me. That's when I'm really, really good. Every book and every movie will carry some kind of hurt. Every day I walk out my front door, I hope that I return. This town's just small enough to never be alone. I do my best to fit right in until you come back home. I'm really good, I'm not even trying. I'm really good at saying what I should. But if there's a chance to go into hiding, that's when I'm really, really good. Every day I water the plants, every day I watch them grow. Every day I water the plants, what it means I'll never know. So please don't go. Every summer there's more sun, every winter there's more rain. I do my best to fit right in until you're home again. I'm really good, I'll tell you if you ask me. I'm really good at saying what I should. I'll smile and wave when you walk right past me. That's when I'm really, really good. That's when I'm really, really good. That's when I'm really, really good. Thank you. Got a bit carried away on that finger picking at the end. I Forgot to play the final chord, didn't I? All right, we got the band back up here. We got Graham on double bass, Pepper, Sean, and Emma. We got nearly all of them. How are we going for time? Oh, wow. I thought I had so much time. I do a lot of talking. How are we all feeling? Good? Good. I'm doing my best up here to make you cry, and then I ask you how you're feeling. I got to learn to stop that. This man, Graham, lives down in on the mid-coast of South Australia. I won't tell you the exact suburb. And he's travelled all the way in a Mini Minor with that great... No, I'm only... Not really a Mini Minor, but it's not the biggest car in the world. With that great big thing, that double bass, to play one song. I mean, that's like dedication right there. I met Graham down there. He was doing some music sort of events at the Bent Creek Winery, and I played a couple of them with you, Graham, and now he's jumped up on stage. As soon as I heard him play, I thought, "Oh, I need that guy. He knows what he's doing." What have you dropped? Okay, this next song is called Beyond What You Can See. It is on the album, and it's an upbeat song about the ocean. Nothing more to it really than that. It's just about the ocean and the mysteries of the ocean. And my band, the Vulture, sing a lot of songs about the ocean, and so I thought I need at least one in my solo repertoire, so that's what this is. Someone said to me the other week about this song, "I really love your spaghetti western song." And I was like, I didn't know I have a spaghetti western song, but I sort of get it. Good. You know there's a whole new world out there. You know there's a whole new world out there. Nobody knows and no one cares. You know there's a whole new world out beyond what you can see. Out beyond in the deep blue sea. There's no noise and there's no pain. There's no words and there's no game. There's no sun and there's no rain. You know there's a whole new world out beyond what we can see. Out beyond in the deep blue sea. Yeah, and the sky is blue. Yeah, and the sea is too. Yeah, and the wind blows through to say it's true. Yeah, and the sky is blue. Yeah, and the sea is too. Yeah, I'll get there soon to say it's true. Get me in the sun and down to the sand. Get me in the sun and down to the sand. Deep in the ocean, far from the land. You know that we don't understand. Beyond what we can see. Out beyond in the deep blue sea. Yeah, and the sky is blue. Yeah, and the sea is too. Yeah, and the wind blows through to say it's true. I just need to lie down here and let it all wash over me. I just need to lie down here right now and go to sleep. I just need to lie down here and let it all roll over me. I just need to lie down here right now and start to dream. You know there's a whole new world out there. You know there's a whole new world out there. Nobody knows and no one cares. You know there's a whole new world out beyond what you can see. Out beyond in the deep blue sea. Yeah, the sky is blue. Yeah, and the sea is too. Yeah, and the wind blows through to say it's true. Thank you. So we're going to have Pepper and Jamie and Graham for this next one. How amazing is Emma's playing, by the way? Is it all right if I tell that story from Radio Adelaide, Emma? Cheers. I went into Radio Adelaide for an interview on a program last week, Songcatcher. And off air, they said to me that at the National Folk Festival, someone once said to them in Canberra, we always know the South Australian bands. And he said, oh, how's that? You know, I don't know what he was thinking was going to be the answer. And they said, because Emma Luca's in all of them. And I'm very lucky to have her playing up here with me as well. Okay, this next one's called "I'm No One." This is on the album as well. And the idea behind this is that it was me just telling myself off for being so self-indulgent and depressed, and so I was just saying, you know, I'm no one. Like, in the scheme of things, just brighten up, fella. That was the thinking. Turns out we got nothing to lose. Turns out we got nothing to choose. 'Cause I'm no one and none of this is true. Turns out we got nothing to lose. Turns out we got nothing confused. 'Cause I'm no one and none of this is true. Yeah, I'm no one until I'm with you. All these tears in the middle of the night, all these words till the breaking of the light. All these tears in the middle of the night mean nothing, girl. It's gonna be alright. They mean nothing, 'cause it's gonna be alright. Turns out dreams don't really have to come true. Turns out dreams are just another world too. 'Cause I'm no one and nothing's real. Yeah, I'm no one in this made up world. All these tears in the middle of the night, all these dreams till the breaking of the light. All these tears in the middle of the night mean nothing, girl. Gonna be alright. They mean nothing, girl. It's gonna be alright. Time is the bridge that'll bring us home. Time will be our friend when we're all alone. Time is the bridge that'll take us there. It'll be our friend when nobody cares. turns out the world is only make-believe. It turns out there's nothing that can set us free. 'Cause I'm no one and none of this is true. Yeah, I'm no one until I'm with you. All these tears in the middle of the night, all these words to the breaking of the light, all these tears in the middle of the night mean nothing, girl. Gonna be alright. They mean nothing, girl. Gonna be alright. Thank you. Now, Phil, we need to hand some sheets out. This is where you all get involved. There's only 50 sheets, by the way, Phil, so some people are going to have to share. So this next song is a brand new one. It's not on the album, and in fact, I think I've only played it publicly never, I reckon. Nunts. So what could possibly go wrong, right? If someone said to me, most people say to me, don't play a brand new song at a launch. For God's sake, Nick, what are you doing? Why not? Let's try it. Okay, so I want you all to join in on the chorus if you can. And I'm not even going to teach you how to do it. You'll get the gist. But feel free to have a sing-along. It's called Drink More Water. I'm thinking of changing the title to Public Service Announcement or PSA. Yell out, Phil, once you've got rid of your sheets. I'll give you a cue, and Pepper's up here to help you along as well.
Yeah, I'll
right,
give
Pepper?
a cue as well.
Yeah. All right, how are we looking? Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Everyone ready? Just you want to do a little warm-up? Oh, look at that. I should have done that before I tried those high oohs in Complicated before. Everybody's got a story to tell. Everybody's got something to say. It all seems like such a blur now, but I guess that's why we're here today. It's taken all our lives to reach this point, and we still have a long, long way to go, I hope. But for now we can take some time out, look around and just take in the show. Here we go. Won't you drink more water? Won't you drink more water? A bit louder. Won't you drink more water? Nice. And try to get more sleep. Won't you drink more water? Won't you drink more water? Won't you drink more water? Then come home to me. Everybody's got a reason to look away, 'cause everybody still does something wrong. It always seemed like this could take forever, but I guess that's really not too long. Won't you drink more water? Won't you drink more water? Yeah. Won't you drink more water? And try to get more sleep. Won't you drink more water? Nice. Won't you drink more water? Won't you drink more water? Then come home to me. If If we're gonna live forever, if we're gonna live forever, if we're gonna live forever now. Yeah, we're gonna live forever. Yeah, we're gonna live forever. Yeah, we're gonna live forever, that's how. Everybody's got a story to tell. Everybody's got something to say. It always seems like we have way too much fun, and I guess that's why we're here today. Here we go, last chorus. Won't you drink more water? Okay, let's blast it. Won't you drink more water? Won't you drink more water? And try to get more sleep. Last line. Won't you drink more water? Won't you drink more water? Look at that last line. Won't you drink more water? And try to eat less meat. You're all amazing. Bloody hell. Thank you very much for your help. That was fun. I saw Lauren Kate do that here once, and they lifted the roof off, and I thought, note to self, I'm going to try that. Make sure I got the right harp. I played in Hobart at the Providence Cafe a few weeks ago, Tom, and what a great little venue. And I started playing this song, and I got to the harp part and realised I was playing it in the wrong key. And that was embarrassing. So I had to stop and shift this little doodad into the right bit. Okay, this we're on the tail end. This song's called Barbara Grace Scott, and where I live on the mid-coast of South Australia, there's a bunch of seats, bench seats scattered along the coast. Each of them has a plaque dedicated to someone who has passed, and near my house there's one dedicated to a woman who passed at 94 years of age, and her name is Barbara Grace Scott. And I sit and have a coffee with her most mornings and say good day to Barb, and that's what this song is about. And there's another one a bit further down near Moana for a guy that was about the same age as me. And there's a little saying on his that says, I must be going now. And I thought that was sort of, I don't know, there was something quite powerful about that. So I've included that as well. But this is my hats off to Barbara Grace Scott, who I have a coffee with in the morning. I talk to her too, and people think I'm mad, but I don't care. On all the... let me try that again. On a blue seat, on a sunny day, that's where you'll find me. You might hear me say something to myself, something meant for me. On a blue seat, that's where you'll find me. On a blue seat, on a sunny day, by the blue sea, you might hear me say something to myself, something meant for me. On a blue sea, it's where you find me. Hello, I must be going now. In the mornings over coffee, I talk to Barbara Grace Scott about the cause and effect of all this weather that we've got. And I ask out loud if we can see her home. On all the blue seats there's a story, there's someone's teardrops, I feel them falling. On all the blue seats by the blue sea, there's someone resting there, resting like you and me. On all the blue seats there's a memory, there's someone's teardrops, I see them clearly. On all the blue seats by someone resting there, resting like you and me. Hello, I must be going now. Hello, I know I'm going now. Thank you. All right, Jamie, jump up here and help me take this thing home. We got a couple more songs to go. This one is on the album. It's one I have a lot of trouble playing, I'll be honest with you. Not because it's a difficult song to play. It's a difficult song to remember, as in get into my head again, because it was written at my lowest possible time, so I tend not to practice it and I tend not to play it very often. But it is on the album and Jamie plays amazing piano on it, so I thought we should definitely play it. It's called Dust to Settle. I sat on the shore with my head in my hands, thinking all these things that I don't understand. I got one eye on the sea and the other on the passers-by looking down at me. I got one eye out to sea and the other on the passers-by, 'cause they look so free. I stood in the middle of the midday sun, taking all the heat for everyone. I got one eye on the sky and the other on the looks I get from the passers-by. I got one eye on the blue sky and the other on the looks I get, and I think I know why. I'm looking for a way for the dust to settle. I'm searching for a way for the dust to settle. I'm hoping I can say that the dust has settled one day. I'm looking for a way for the dust to settle. I'm searching for a way for the dust to settle. I'm hoping I can say that the dust has settled today. I staggered on the road in the dead of the night, thinking doing these things would make it alright. I got one hand down my coat and the other hand pushing 3 fingers down my throat. I got one hand in my coat and the other doing just what is needed to get me home. I'm looking for a way for the dust to settle. I'm searching for a way for the dust to settle. I'm hoping I can say that the dust has settled one day. And I know this fog keeps rolling along. I remember the day when I thought it was gone, but it only made way for a bigger and a darker and a meaner storm. Yeah, it only made way for a bigger and a darker and a crueler storm. at the bar talking to myself. When it gets this late, there's nobody else. I got one hand on my drink and the other banging on my head to make me think. I got one hand on my drink and the other reaching for the number of my shrink. I'm looking for a way for the dust to settle. I'm searching for a way for the dust to settle. I'm hoping I can say that the dust has settled one day. I'm looking for a way for the dust to settle. I'm searching for a way for the dust to settle. I'm hoping I can say that the dust has settled today. Thank you very much. Jamie Willaway, everyone. Okay, Emma. Where's Emma? Here she comes. I got two left. Hopefully we get them in. Hopefully we can squeeze two more in. But this one's called I Got an Idea. This is also on the album, and it is sort of unofficially like the second single. I just want to thank the Wheat Sheaf Hotel for letting me play my launch here today. I want to thank you all for coming along. Like, what a magnificent turnout. I want to thank Kevin up there on the sound. He does such a beautiful sound. I want to thank Ria at the door, and who also books the bands. She's amazing. I want to thank my mum, who's like the manager of promotions. She's the best promoter, I tell you, as many of you would know. This is called I Got an Idea. I like it when you turn your head to the side. I like it 'cause it usually means that you're smiling. And I like it when you say that you're mine. And I like it when we both lose track of time. We lose track of time. I like it when the sun goes down and we can't see the dark clouds that were hanging around. And I like it when the sun comes back up and it shines its light on your eyes, even though they're shut. They're still shut. I got an idea, let's make it a day. Let's take on the world thinking everything will be okay. I got an idea, let's make it a time. Break the habits that we're taking hold, thinking everything's fine. I like it when you shuffle across the room with your arms down by your side like a funny cartoon. And I like it how we're starting to let things go. And I don't want to spoil it now, but I think that we know. got an idea, let's make it a day. Let's turn on the light, thinking that everything has changed. I got an idea, let's go for a ride. Then lie down and sleep at night to rest our mind. I like it when you turn your head to the side. I like it 'cause it usually means that you fly, yeah. And I like it when you say that you're mine. I like it 'cause it usually means that everything's alright. All right, let's get everyone up and we'll do a bit of a jaunty. This last song is called Thoreau's Ballad, and it is a mixed up, messed up, messy sort of thing. And so I'm sort of hoping we make a mistake here, because if you listen to the album, I actually am teaching Emma and Sean the song live in the studio, and we recorded a fair bit of the banter and just left it on the album. So a mate of mine just texted me before saying, it sounded like you really were teaching them that song. I said, I was really teaching them that song. Okay, thank you all again, and please don't forget to help me out. I'm a struggling musician by buying a CD. You know, it's COVID and we've lost money and all that. All right, let's smash this one out. Let's make it a rambling mess of stuff. Everyone ready? I start first and then you all join in, remember that. Life is like a long walk on the beach, near to the ocean as I can be. You know it's mysterious, wild and free, everything that we could be. So let's get in the car and drive to the coast, to the secret spot that we all know. Don't look back, just go, go, go. It's what we want the most. It's what we wanted, it's what we wanted, it's what we wanted, it's what we always wanted when things were good. It's what we always did when we knew we should get us to the ocean as quick as we could, till the sun is gone. This is where we go quiet, everyone. That's it.
It's way too easy to forget. It's way too easy to forget. It's way too easy to forget, and then we lose our head.
It's way too easy to regret. It's way too easy to regret. It's way too easy to regret, and one day we'll all be dead. I'd like you all to thank Mr. Graham Brown, everybody. Am I right? I'd like you to thank Sean O'Sullivan back here on the drums, and Emma Luca back here, and Jamie Willoway, and Pepper. 2, 3, 4. Life is like a long walk on the beach, near to the ocean as I can be. You know it's mysterious, wild and free, everything that we could be. So let's get in the car and drive to the coast, to the secret spot that we all know. Don't look back, just go, go, go. It's what we want the most. Thank you all very much.